everybody, welcome to our channel. We are the Half-Celiac couple. I'm Claire.
I'm Brian.
This is Brian, and I'm celiac.
I'm not.
He's not. We mostly eat gluten-free at home because he's super nice and stands with me in solidarity because I can't eat any gluten, not even a bite, not even a crumb, nothing. So we really don't even have gluten in the house except for a few things for this video series that we thought would be fun to film.
And educational.
Yes, and educational because, well, today's the last day of May, but May is Celiac Awareness Month. And we wanted to do a little bit of comparison between your favorite, like, gluten-free, or, excuse me, your favorite gluten-filled treats, like Chips Ahoy cookies, versus the gluten-free alternative, replacement, counterpart, whatever you want to call it. Equivalent is a good word also. So for episode 1, we decided to start with America's favorite cookie, the chocolate chip cookie. So we found this at the store. This is Glutino brand chocolate chip cookies. They are certified gluten-free, which means the company took the extra time and money to go have it tested down to 20 parts per million of gluten. No more than 20 parts per million of gluten. For reference, that is about a crumb versus like a slice of bread is, I can't remember.
Yeah, a lot.
A lot. It's less than a crumb, basically. Like, you can't see it, I don't think. I don't know. Anyways, so...
Versus America's favorite cookie, which is all gluten.
All gluten.
All of it.
So, when he eats gluten and I obviously don't, he doesn't even kiss me or anything like that. And so whenever he has gluten, we always have like one last kiss until he brushes his teeth. That's like how severe it is because we don't want him to potentially contaminate me from some sort of residue in his mouth or crumbs in his beautiful beard. So yeah, that's what we're doing. So let's get started. We're gonna eat the gluten-free one first to see how it is on its own. And then Brian will eat a Chips Ahoy cookie, which also is stored underneath all of the gluten stuff away from anything that I would be eating. Like, we've thought about the safety of this as well. And then I obviously haven't eaten any of this stuff in, August of 2017. So coming up on 3 years of not eating any gluten. So I don't fully remember what everything tastes like. So it'll be interesting to see like how this is to me, a fully gluten-free person, versus if Brian has the option, what would he pick? So, yeah.
Good thing. Let's get started.
Okay. The packaging is a little hard, but okay, we got it.
I guess I'll open mine. We can do a visual comparison too.
Yeah.
Chips Ahoy have a resealable package.
Yeah, this one we'll have to put into a Ziploc bag. Much easier to open.
Much easier to open.
No, don't touch that. Okay, I'll give you yours then. Here.
Just put it. Nice.
Okay, so you know which is which.
Mm-hmm.
Should we try the gluten-free one first?
Well, we can try them. We can do a visual comparison.
Yeah.
So looking at them, over here we have the Chips Ahoy. Over here we have the Glutino. The Chips Ahoy is a... Oh, there they go. The Chips Ahoy is a flatter cookie. Oh, what? Paper plate, because, gluten.
We don't have a dishwasher, so we can't sanitize the dishes.
Correct. Paper plates. So the Chips Ahoy is a thinner cookie. The Glutino is a little bit thicker, but they're about the same size.
Yeah.
The Chips Ahoy also looks a little bit darker, a little bit more done.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. They are both the crunchy versions of the cookies.
Tried to find the full equivalent.
Full equivalent, and you hardly ever find soft gluten-free, but we do find some.
We will be talking about that in later episodes.
That's true. All right, so gluten-free Chips Ahoy.
Yes. Dink. It's pretty much what I would expect from a crunchy chocolate chip cookie.
Tastes good.
Sometimes gluten-free stuff can be like gritty. This doesn't taste gritty.
No. In terms of a crunchy cookie, though, it's not as crunchy as you'd expect.
But I kind of like that. I don't really like crunchy stuff.
It's a little bit of soft to it.
Yeah, it's nice. I've actually never had this before. I've never eaten this before. Like, if I was craving a Chips Ahoy cookie, this would definitely
do it, yeah.
Definitely solve the craving.
So, I'm going to eat the Chips Ahoy cookie, too.
Oh, yeah.
So.
What? I'm still chewing.
Come on.
Oops.
So the Chips Ahoy smell like a cookie. The Glutino don't actually smell
Really?
much.
Oh, there's not much.
These have a strong chocolate chip cookie smell.
Danger crumbs.
Dust the plate, crumbs everywhere.
We'll sanitize the counter too.
They do taste different.
How so?
I'm working on it. So the Chips Ahoy are crunchier, and they have, I don't know, some taste that is very attributed to a Chips Ahoy cookie.
I literally don't even remember what that tastes
Something
like.
very unique to it, which I didn't realize wasn't in.
Until you eat that. And now also, when was the last time you ate a Chips Ahoy cookie? Like a long time ago?
Oh, it's been forever, yeah.
Because we don't buy that stuff.
No. Yeah, no, it's good, but the, replacement, the equivalent that's gluten-free, is the same for all intents and purposes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Sometimes the gluten-free is really lacking.
No,
and
it's
sometimes
definitely not
the gluten-free
lacking
is even better, actually, than its gluten-filled counterpart. That was another bite of the gluten-free one.
The gluten-free is a little chewier.
I actually really enjoyed that. For me, personally, as a
Yeah.
non-crunchy cookie person.
Other than that, it tastes very good. I would suggest that.
Now let's talk about, like, the worth price.
Yeah, this is a big part. So, gluten-free, especially things that are certified gluten-free, are often, as many people would know, much more expensive.
Like, a lot more expensive.
A lot more expensive. So the example here today, this package of Chips Ahoy is a 13-ounce package, and it cost us $4.59. The Glutino package is 8.6 ounces.
Yeah.
And costs $6.99.
So much smaller and much more expensive.
Yes, it's over $2 more for barely over half the amount.
That's quick math. We didn't do that ahead of time.
We didn't. We're doing that live. So there's definitely more value in the Chips Ahoy, but I mean, this also just shows the disparity between a gluten-free item and a regular non-gluten-free item.
If we want good bread, we shell out a lot of money for that.
Lots of money.
Let's do a bread one. That'll be interesting. I feel like it's worth the $6 though. It's good tasting. Now some of the other brands we've tried have not been worth the money.
They will be featured later. We will waste the money on those products so that we can
sell for science and spreading awareness. Although, do we really want to highlight the gluten-free product that's not tasty?
Well, we want to save people from.
Oh, that's true too. Like if you're gonna spend your money on it, like. So yeah, Glutino gluten-free chocolate chip cookie. How many stars what rank out of 10?
Well, how are we rating it? This is all new.
We haven't talked about this ahead of time. Maybe we should edit this part out.
Yeah. You're looking at a 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
And then, no, I want to do everything out of 10.
Okay, we can do everything out of 10.
Everything out of 10. Rewind.
Cut. Action. So, what would we rate them out of 10? For
out of 10.
Value and appearance.
And taste. Not appearance. Value and taste.
Value and taste. Fine.
So, value, I think the Glutino is not great. It could be worse. I've
because
seen
it's
worse.
almost $7.
$7 versus for 8.5 ounces versus $4.50 for 13 ounces. That's a loss of value.
Mm-hmm.
So
and we're also in New York City, so
I think a 3 out of 10 for value.
Yeah, it's
not good.
I mean, yeah, it's a lot of money, but it does taste very good.
Right, which is why, the taste then I think is in the 8
category. I was going to say 8 as
8?
well.
Okay.
Just because of the crunchy cookie thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather eat a soft cookie than a crunchy cookie. But it was a really good crunchy cookie.
Mm-hmm. So our 8 and our 3, well, it's 5.5, so it's a 6 out of 10 overall for the Glutino.
Pretty good.
Taking in price and
better.
Taste, yeah. So then rating the Chips Ahoy. It's Chips Ahoy. I mean, the value is there, $4.50 for 13 ounces of cookie. So I'm thinking, say I want to spend less. I'm still not. $4.50 is a lot, so I'm gonna say 6.
We are again in New York City.
That's true.
I don't know what those cost in Harrisonburg. I don't remember.
A lot less.
Maybe
2 for $5.
Yeah.
And then the taste, I'll give it the same taste as the Glutino.
That's interesting.
Same taste score, so 8 out of 10.
So then, if you're eating this, you really are not missing that cookie.
No, you're not missing that. As long as you're not also eating this.
Right.
It tastes good, but it tastes different.
I still don't. I don't get how it's different. Like, what's different about it?
It has that like mass-produced fake taste that everybody loves.
I kind of wish I could try it so I could see what he's
but
talking
you know what I'm
about.
talking about, though.
I think so. My mom always
It's
bought
like when you
the
used to
organic
eat the Little
cookies.
Debbie's.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. It's like
You
yeah,
eat like
full
Little
of
Debbie or
chemicals.
anything, Little Debbie anything. It's just
I always ate the cosmic brownies as a kid.
They don't taste like brownies.
No, but they're just so good.
Exactly. That's what this has going for
Okay,
it.
I understand now.
But you're not going to miss it.
Yeah, if you're gonna eat this cookie.
Yeah, you're not.
However, if you have to be prepared to spend $7.
So I think I landed on a 7 for these. 7 out of 10.
Okay, so 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10.
And the only thing bringing it down is the value.
So yeah, all in all, pretty comparable.
If you're really hankering for a chocolate chip cookie,
yes.
I am not gonna say don't get that. There could be better ones out there. I don't know. This is the first episode.
Yeah, all right. I'm pretty satisfied with that. Seems like it's a pretty good cookie then. All things considered.
Yes, it is.
If you have more things that we should consider, drop them in the comments below. Going into the last part of our segment, Whiskey Time with Brian.
Yes, so each episode I plan to feature a new, different whiskey with the reminder that all distilled spirits are considered gluten-free, less than 20 parts per million, as long as nothing is added after distillation. So that includes whiskey and vodka and tequila and rum and
any grain-based or whatever based. If it's distilled, it's gluten-free. There's a lot of dispute about this on the internet. We've done over the almost 3 years that we've been together, and I've been gluten-free. Timing was very strange with all of that. We've done a ton of research about this because Brian is really passionate about whiskey and he wanted to share that with me. And we actually ended up contacting the Celiac Disease Research Foundation directly via email. And they confirmed for us that if it's distilled and nothing else is added, like flavor or something.
There's caramel coloring, there's flavor, like your flavored vodkas, those you have to be careful about.
If it's purely distilled, it's gluten-free. Now, that doesn't mean that stuff with flavoring isn't gluten-free. That just means you have to go and check directly from the manufacturer and do further research whether into your flavored product is gluten-free.
Right. So the first featured whiskey is Wyoming bourbon whiskey. Specifically chose a bourbon because of the regulations on bourbon. It is distilled, and then that distillate, nothing can happen to it. It is put into a barrel, newly charred white oak barrel, and aged for whatever the minimum period is, 3-4 years, I forget. and then it is bottled. Nothing is added, and nothing is allowed to be added. So,
Will you let me
Wyoming
try
bourbon
first?
whiskey. She has to try it first. I ate a gluten-filled cookie, so if I take a sip of that, it then contaminates the glass, and she can't have any.
I'll hold my thoughts until you say.
It's nice. I am not an aficionado, and I don't have a delicate palate for any of this, but it tastes good. It's got a bold flavor.
But it was pretty smooth. I didn't shudder.
smooth.
A lot of them I really shudder.
Not a crazy bite to it.
No.
It's very smooth. I like it.
Drinkable.
This is my first experience with this distillery, and overall I'm impressed. The bottle was about $40.
Nice price point. Tastes
Yep.
good.
It's nice.
And it's gluten free.
It is gluten free because it is a distilled spirit.
Yay. Say it together. I'm just kidding. Well, we hope you enjoyed the first episode of the Half-Celiac couple, and definitely subscribe, like us, whatever those YouTubers say, right? I'm just kidding. But yeah, so subscribe. That'll be a blooper.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us. We hope you enjoyed, and be safe out there.
Drink responsibly.
That's right. Bye. That was fun. A little bit more. Maybe these would cost a little bit less in Harrisonburg or something.
Possible. It's specific.
I've got the JMU shirt on. So.